The Detroit Lions and Tampa Bay Buccaneers are set to kick off here in just about maybe 10, 11 minutes. Should be one of the better games of the season, but with the guys banged up, there is a lot to break down about tonight's game. Jacob Seus and Mike Payton take a look at this week's Lions game plan.
Brian Branch and not having him this week. You know, we spent so much time last week before the Chiefs game talking about a depleted Lions secondary that, you know, was missing a bunch of guys, Terrion Arnold, DJ Reed, etc. And now Brian Branch. I mean, it happens. It's the NFL. Obviously, Dan Campbell talked about it. Not going to be accepted with this team. It happens. Happened at the worst time for the Lions. Now get to go up against a Bucs team who's also, you know, hurting themselves in the wide receiver position. But Lions secondary, I mean, that's as depleted of a group as you're ever going to see.
Yeah, it's pretty bad at the moment, and we're going to see just who they put out there at this point. Meek Robertson and Rock Ya-Sin, you can pretty much guarantee that they will be playing, but we don't really know even at this point where Ya-Sin's going to be playing, because Dan Campbell talked about the possibility of him playing at safety if Brian Branch can't go. There's also Thomas Harper there, who had a big fourth down pass breakup against the Chiefs and then kind of disappeared, but he had a pretty good game in the 10 snaps that he was in there. So we'll see where they go with the cornerback. And then there's Arthur Millette, who just got here last week, I should say. He's had 4 days of practice under his belt at this point. He might be starting at slot corner. And then they just signed Kendall Fuller, who has been a starter in this league for a long time.
Baker Mayfield continuing to revitalize his career. I mean, this could be the best year of his career up to this point. What is it about Baker that has him continue to get better and better? I mean, going back to the end of his Cleveland tenure, his Carolina tenure, I mean, this guy was as good as dead in the NFL as a starting quarterback. And now, here he is again, leading another Buccaneers playoff team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great story. He's a gritty player. He's a lot like Matthew Stafford in the sense that he just won't give up. And that's kind of the reason why they keep having these fourth quarter comebacks and they're winning in games where they're 7 points or less. And it's just he's so gritty. He can run the ball. He can wing the pig, as we've seen. He's thrown some big explosive passes this year with these guys out. I don't know if that's going to be something he'll be able to do, but he's mobile, he's gritty, he's everything.
The last time these two teams met up, the Bucs came into Ford Field on a Sunday afternoon and took down the Lions. I mean, obviously, different coaches on the Lions side, a lot of different personnel on the Lions side. Not as much on the Bucs side, though. Is there anything that you can take away from that loss?
I think they overthought that game. They really overthought what was going to happen there. They didn't believe that they could run the ball, so they tried to rely on mostly just passing, and Jared Goff threw it, I think, like 50 times. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was a lot. He threw the ball a lot that night, and they barely tried to run it.
The Lions are 4.5-point favorites coming into this game, with both teams a bit banged up. That's not going to be an excuse on either side. I mean, with both coaching staffs, it's not going to be an excuse no matter what. Both teams still feel they're very capable of winning, and they are. What happens on Monday night should be another really good ball game.
At the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Lions. I think this Buccaneers team is really good. I think that this is the best defense that they've played all year, and they don't have any of their starting receivers or their starting running back, and I think that's going to make a huge difference. So I'm going to go with the Lions, 35-24, get the win at home Monday Night Football, going to the bye 5-2.
All right, you heard that. And before we go